Broken with you choose, yeah. Chat, my room right now, you guys don't understand. We've been going through a lot lately. I don't know what's going on with my stream deck. It's not even working. Broken with you choose, yeah. Chat, I don't even think I need to do the inside of my arm, you know. Nobody would ever know it's not finished. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Now it's working. I guess I gotta have it open. That's what I'm thinking. Like, you know what I mean? Damn. Well, I'm way more centered now. What the fuck? I feel like it at least. Chat. You're telling me some swords right here would it be crazy? I gotta get into it still. Ugh. Without further ado, you feel me? Let's like get into it. Like, controversial topics today. Holy, this guy liked it. That's crazy. Controversial. Guys, I got a new water bottle. Fox with it. But yo, controversial topics today. You feel me? We're here. Guys, I got a new water bottle.
Bro, this is the thing, like, I was gonna crash out so hard yesterday, innit? And I was just like, you know what? I was like, it ain't even worth it, bro. It ain't gonna get me nowhere.
Chat, let's get into it. I'm about to put my phone on. I'm about to put my phone on silent. Locked in. Should we join the disc? I'm not really feeling like joining the disc today.
OTM. I don't need to ask Karen how she's doing. I know she's doing amazing. As I am, I'm doing amazing as well too. Without further ado, I'd like to start first and foremost by saying happy beloved Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there, from your humble host and your number one misogynist, Mr. Valentine. Happy Mother's Day to all of you beautiful ladies. I wish you guys the absolute best. If you're taking care of a child, I pray that God gives you the highest ordinance, wisdom, and strength. in order for you to be able to facilitate and navigate. I hope you come across the most incredible opportunities so that you can be a provider for your child or children in order to enhance their future and put us in a position where we create a better generation than the one we came and met. Speaking of creating a better generation versus the one that we came and met, absent fathers versus resentful mothers, and who's truly the most impacted when that situation is in occurrence. A lot of times people chase their ego, people chase their feelings, people chase temporary thoughts, and they make long-term decisions that they don't understand just how much of an impact it has on the child. And we're going to make sure we delve heavy into that, because I really, really would love to talk about that part of things. I feel it's very important. There is a controversial subject that's been happening since the beginning of time. Listen, this is probably the subject or the controversy that's probably created the most amount of arguments when it comes to males and females and our disagreement on what you're allowed to do and not allowed to do. And that's what the context of polygamy versus monogamy. We're going to talk about the idea that men say that polygamy is in our DNA, but in the same breath, we're so quick to say that women cheat just as much as we do. If women cheat just as much as we do, but at the same time it's in our DNA, is it also in their DNA, or are we just completely full of shit and there's literally no validity to our theories that we hold on so strongly to? Last but most definitely not the least, we're gonna peg a certain topic and really dive into it.
You can't say that. We got
Tatiana Chanel, who speaks out about her abusive relationship with Boston Richie. There's a whole lot of pegging and stabbing and sticking and grooving going on. It seems like that shit's made its way into the rap community. I don't know how I feel about a woman. I mean, you guys know by now how I feel about a woman breaking up with a man and then trying to come and make him look like a complete mess. It's clockwork. It happens every week. But if Mr. Misogyny says it, I'm the bad guy. So I'm going to let you guys decipher that theory by yourselves. Thank you so much once again, you guys, for checking in with us. As you can see, we're clearly getting better at these openings and these intros. We're doing our best to give you guys the best version of ourselves. We're going to continue to get better every single week. We're going to continue to get better episode by episode. Drop some kind of W in the chat, some kind of love in the chat, some kind of love in the comments. If you watched last week's episode and you really saw the level or the elevation that we took in last week's episode, and maybe I'm being delusional, maybe Karen is joining me in my delusion and it wasn't as good of an episode as we thought, but if you thought it was, drop a comment in the chat. Make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you pass it on to a friend. I'm gonna say the same thing every week, guys. I'm begging you guys. Until we reach a certain amount of subscribers, I cannot stop begging, because this is our form of motivation. This is our form of payment. We're going to continue to give you guys the remedies or the medicine or the theories or the hypotheticals that we curate around these subjects, where ultimately we do not know what the hell we're talking about. I'm going to always make sure I state that and state it abundantly and infinitely. We do not know what we are talking about. We are mere mortals and only stewards of different types of messages that happen within our various communities, especially our community. Let's jump right into the video and let's not waste too much time, and let's get right into it. We're about to kick it off on another episode of OTM. What's up, OTM family? What's going on, man?
I like it better when Karen does his open ups. I like it way better when Karen does his open ups. I don't even want to hear it now in the beginning.
Karen, take us away. Talk to me.
Okay, so it was Mother's Day, so I thought it was only fair that we talk about mothers and some of like the challenges that they experience being mothers. And I wanted to ask you, what do you think the most obvious disadvantages of raising a child in a single parent home is? And then give me a unique disadvantage as well that you think people won't take the time to think about.
In my humble opinion, I think one of the most, well, let me start by prefixing it. I'm going to prefix it and say this. If you believe in the order of the world according to the metrics of the Bible, or according to the illustration, or according to the comparison versus the Bible, or how you think the Bible depicted, or yes, depicted is the word I'm looking for, illustrated and depicted how we're supposed to be living life. If you believe that, then you understand that Christ in his own intelligence created a female and created a male and put us together and said, you guys bear fruit together, bring this fruit out into the universe, and you guys are being ordained as an extension of me to take care of this seed. So if you understand the value that God put us on this earth as a pair to instill values into his seeds so that we can put the next generation in position to be better than what we came and found it as, then you would have to understand that it's an automatic disadvantage to raise a child in a single parent home because they're only getting 50% of the contribution that Christ intended for all of us. If you understand that 50% of the development in that child, if you understand that 50% of the development in that child is missing or is no longer prevalent because a missing parent is not home, then you understand that that is just one of the most basic and obvious disadvantages. There's nothing that can allow a child to be the most complete, and you can look at this from a statistical perspective. When you look at, you can look at Stats Canada, anywhere. Children that are raised in a two-parent home are more likely to graduate from university, are more likely to get married, are more likely to be under some kind of a religious institution, under some kind of a church practice, are more likely to have children, 2 or more. Like, these are verifiable facts. Like, these aren't things that I'm making up. Like, you have to first. Here's the thing. It's easy to disagree with something if you don't first acknowledge the theory. I have the lotion over there, Vaseline over here. Like, I always
so I don't have to do all this moving if my hands are ashy, you know.
With this idea that
or like my lips are dry.
Within the prefix of one moment or one conversation.
It's not what you think it is, bro. Your niggas are
single father
fucking weaponize everything, bro. I can't do
child
shit.
In a position to get the most out of life to the best of their ability. Of course they can. For a pretty decent amount of your life, I would say in a lot of ways, not fully, but in a lot of ways, you were raised as in a single parent home. In some ways, you were raised in a single parent home. Yeah. I have friends that were raised in single parent homes that turned out to be amazing humans. I think you're doing pretty damn well in life if you ask me. And at the end, when it's all said and done, the point that I'm trying to prove is that there's no theory or there's no perspective that's infinite. Everything has
do that.
Everything has a
especially
but it
not in the
this
chair,
way.
bro.
Everything has a contradiction. But in the end, when it's all said and done,
this is a chair
if you're playing a battle of the odds and you want to put your child in the position to grow up to be the best version of themselves, you want to make sure, and at worst, even if it's not directly their father or their mother, you want to make sure that every child you raise on this planet has constant male and female influence in their life in order to balance them and give them the most perspective.
Tom, do you think a sword, two swords right here would be tough? Like, you think so? I think that'd be tough. I don't even know why they do it. They're better off doing there's natural enhancements, not natural enhancements, but like it's more natural. It looks like it's just like they just kind of sprayed it on and it's like a color, like it matches your hair color. So if you have black, it just looks better. 2 guns instead. Okay, illegal. I can't do that here.
A unique disadvantage as well that you think people won't take the time to think about the struggles of being a mother in the present day that we don't give enough credence to. And it's not about being a single mother or any condition to the title of a mom, just trying to uncover some of the trauma mothers tuck away to remain superheroes.
Well, I like the angle of that question considering it's Mother's Day, and so we'll take the time to focus on what single mothers, I guess some
they're illegal here still, like you're not supposed to have a gun, but
here's the thing, I'm gonna use not that single.
And if you have your license, it would be a little bit. And if you have your gun license here, you have to have it locked in a safe, and then the ammunition has to be out the gun, locked in separate places. Bare rules still.
Easier to raise a girl versus how easy it would be to raise a boy as a single mother, right? Because there's obviously certain things that a girl's gonna go through that you've been through as well that you're gonna be able to help her navigate through. Yeah. But a woman can't teach a man how to be a man. Yeah. Likewise, a man can't teach a woman how to be a woman. Yeah. So.
Well, actually, stats prove. I don't know where to find these stats, but stats prove. Statistics prove that males can raise both like single males can raise women and males, like can raise boy and daughter, like boy and girl. Like, there's like actually like stats that prove that we're more likely to raise like good children out of both, but a woman can definitely not raise a son to be a man, but a man can raise a daughter to be a woman and vice versa. And for you know what I'm saying, that there's studies proving that.
One of the silent things that we don't talk about enough is that a lot of single parent homes are creating a lot of emotionally unstable feminine type men that don't realize how truly feminine they are from within, not even on an exterior level, from within. A lot of people that result to, and listen, to each their own, everybody live their own life, whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes you feel like you have a presence, whatever makes you feel in charge. Every decision you make, you live with the pros and cons, you live with the consequences, you live to see another day. But a lot of shooters are emotional men that came from a woman's home and there was not a father there. A lot of abusive men are emotional and did not have a father at home. I find it extremely difficult to believe that if you grew up with a man at home that catered to a woman a certain type of way, that you will find it in you to learn it on your own accord, to learn how to put your hands on a woman. Yep. I find that those type of things are very pattern and DNA based, because you can inherit characteristics in one's DNA just as much as you can inherit actual physical traits that we see with our eyes. So the trauma that mothers have to deal with is that, especially if they're raising a boy, is that they might never be able to raise a complete man unless they intentionally and overreactively put a man into that kid's life and make it an emphasis that that man is allowed to have maximum impact on that kid, so that that kid comes as close as possible to not missing that secret thing that we don't talk enough about, which is that there's so much
bro, he's right, bro. Like not having a man in the house, like I learned it over time. You know, I'm still emotional in my own ways, in different times and different ways I react and stuff like that, for sure. But I started learning that playing football. My older brother, like asking, like if I'm lost a bit, I'll ask him like, yo, does this make sense to you? And he'd be like, yeah, you're overreacting or you're reacting properly. You get what I'm saying? It's definitely a learning curve for sure, but it is 100%. Does your earring say Chanel?
Aggression in a lot of men.
Yo, her earrings say Chanel, bro. Hold on. I just cut out everything I was saying.
A lot of men, and let's start.
Hey, right? Yeah, that's right. Fucked up. Oh, I'm in caps. My editor's gonna hate me. You're lying. Yo, you are lying. It's not that one, bro. You are lying. What? She didn't spend that much on earrings, bro. She has bread, but just chill, Papa. What? She didn't spend that much, bro. Alright, chat. Well, I'm not finding the direct ones she's wearing. But the ones that spell out Chanel, I'm seeing for a band. 2 bands. This is diabolical to me personally. Yeah, this is crazy to me. Custom jewelry? Chanel is custom jewelry? Alright, bro, I'm done hawking this shit. Chat, what we have right now is 2 bands to a band. But she got the earrings. Anyway, what I was saying before was... Alright, what I was saying before was... When you have a son and he's like, you know, raised by just a mom or whatever, he innately just acts, or accidentally, or whatever word you want to use. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Like... He tends to accidentally be emotional, like shit that he does things rationally, does stuff fast, does stuff quick on fast. But realistically, that's not what you want from your son or from a man. You want him to sit down and think before responding all the time. You want him to contemplate before he does shit. And when you have a kid that was raised by just like by his mom, it's less likely that he sits down and like he mostly reacts first and then deals with the repercussions after, and that's not really good to have, especially if you're a boy child, you know. But yeah,
start with our community. There's a lot of uncontrolled rage in a lot of men. There's a lot of heavy sexual desire in a lot of men, and that doesn't just come from being promiscuous or being a dog like some of us are. It comes from a lot of trauma. It comes from something missing. It comes from you initially just wanting to fill a void, and then it masquerades and grows into something beyond that.
So do you think, like, you made a point that I liked. I feel like this is for, like, mothers that have sons. Like, do you feel like, okay, if they have, like, an absent father, that they should, like, intentionally, like, find the uncle or your big bro or, like, the godfather, like, make sure they have, like, a heavy presence in the son's life, right? I agree, because, like you said, like, I don't think a woman can't teach a man how to be a man, and a man can't teach a woman how to be a woman. So I feel like with situations where you do have a son or you have sons, you should, like, go for your brother or your uncle or your guy best friend or the godfather and try to have them around their around your kid. Like, even with, like, someone like Jada Weda, like, people be calling the kid gay, which is really stupid as fuck, right?
It's calmed down a lot, though, and I could tell that she was very self-conscious about that, because she's really gone out of her way. Like, she put him in football. Like, I seen a lot of stuff. Yeah.
All that kid is just literally just mimicking his mother, right? Mm-hmm. If Lil Baby was more around, I don't know the relationship, but, like, if his father was more around or he was around more males.
I mean, just judging by his career and his schedule and stuff like that, it's pretty difficult for him to be around.
And Jada be having him around all of his girlfriends. So it's like, it's basically the same thing. Like, I feel like even with, single moms that have daughters raise their daughters. But yeah, basically the same thing. Last question.
But just to put a last point on it, it's so important what you're saying, because even some of us that even had fathers at home still had to teach ourselves how to be men. How much less a boy that doesn't have a man at home.
Because, like, sometimes what a man, like, a father's role in your life is, like, if you don't have a good father, is to show you what type of man you don't want to be. Like, or the same thing vice versa with having a mom. Like, you know, you can either be like your mom and adopt all her characteristics that you don't like, or you could be like, you know what, I'm good, and when I have a daughter, I'm not gonna do that.
Be a bit different.
So that's why you also need parents in your life, so you can see what's good and what's bad. But when you don't have that example, you don't have nothing to compare it to. Like, you find yourself just going through.
Sometimes the judgment's completely off.
Figuring a lot of things out. by yourself, and you have to see a lot of things that people do and then decide who you want to admire or look up to, and that could be a disaster because we're not here forever.
Like I said, a lot of us had fathers at home and still had to teach ourselves how to be men.
Yeah. So men are always ready to talk about uncooperative mothers, but let's talk about
Typed in the wrong watch. I'm going off of the shape, you know. I've seen this watch before, you know. It's not a Rolex. It's not an AP. I'm not gonna find it. I'm not gonna find it. I know that watch though. It's not a Cartier. It has to be an AP. Bro, I know the watch, bro. Patek. There it is. Oh my god. Oh my god, Tom. Tom! Tom! Yes. Yes, Tom. That's the shape. Oh my god, Tom. It's this one. It looks like this one, right? Is that a purple fish or maybe it's purple. Not much. It's off. There's no way it's that much. I'm hawking this shit. Holy fuck, chap. Shout out to fucking Tom with the safe, bro. That's it, no? Holy fuck. Shout out to Tom with the save. I don't know how long that clip was going to be. I hope I found it, though. That's too much money. I don't think she dropped that much. She must have got it, like... This might be resale, though. Like, what I'm looking at might be resale. So she could have got it exactly from the store, so it could have been a bit cheaper. You know, but... I've heard she has some watches on her wrist still. Like, she has some shit. She has some... Holy... I really hawked this one still. I was searching, because that watch looks fucking nice. I might be wrong. No, I'm not wrong, fam. I'm not wrong. Bro, I'm not wrong still. I'm not wrong. I'm right still. I'm right. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Holy
Men are always ready to talk about uncooperative mothers.
Bro, I need to find these earrings too. She didn't spend that much though. I think she spent like...
choose to walk away after the child
like a 90, 80K.
whether you wanted the child or not. And the impact removing yourself has on that child.
I think if you get a girl pregnant, and listen, there's girls that based on whatever emotions or relationship they have with the man, they decide on their own accord that they don't want like the father or like the man that nut in them to be in their child's life. Excuse me. Just based on whatever metrics, right? It happens all the time. But this specific question is you essentially asking me, this is for the fathers that choose on their own accord not to fight, not to be there, not to spend no money, not to do not like, I don't know, bro. Like, listen, there's so many different ways to be a bad father. But if I was going to be a bad father, at the bare minimum, at the absolute bare minimum, I would make sure that I provide the funds at least to financially be responsible for that child having a better life than they would without my money. And that's not to say that money makes you a good father. That's the least of it. My framework was, I said, if I'm going to be a bad father, meaning I'm not going to be present, meaning I'm not going to impact any lessons in that child's life, meaning I'm going to choose my destiny and my future over being there for a child whose mother is giving me resistance and isn't putting me in position to make like the relationship with that child easier.
When do you think it's acceptable to be a bad father?
Only under the conditions where the mother is inherently and in every way, shape, and form, even if it's whether it's through the law, border, the resistance of some sort, threats, whatever it is, unless the mother is over the top, making it clearly obvious to you they do not want you in the child's life, and they're going to do everything to ensure that happens.
Yo, shout out to Tom for that save. I'm actually so giddy. I love Tom. Tom's a go for that one.
Being a bad father, or you being like prevented from being a father?
No, absolutely. But these are things that would require like a whole different conversation in itself. No, you're not being a bad father. Somebody is placing hurdles and hula hoops and expecting you to jump over and through them to prove that you're a good father. And a lot of times, this is a part that we don't really discuss. As much as men are extremely responsible for inciting a lot of trauma in women when it comes to children, if you're putting intentional hurdles within me and my child in order for me to overcompensate, proving to you the idea of me being a good father, then you're making my fatherhood title about you, your ego, and your emotions, as opposed to the impact that it's having on the child. I will say this to every mom who might be going through something with their boyfriend or with whoever. Even if that father is the most disgusting man on this planet and he wants to see his child once a year, for the sake of the child and not yourself, let him. That inconsistency and the potential trauma that the inconsistency will possibly create, is still, in my humble opinion, I don't have full credence to speak on this because I haven't navigated this situation before. But in my opinion, I would rather a child deal with the trauma of inconsistency, but they still have memories to hold on to that can be built on top of in the future when they're older, than for you to overwhelmingly put a wall and say 0.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, this is the thing about women, I will say. And, you know, anytime you talk about women, it's always a problem. But, like, let's just be honest here. When it's time to say, hey, like, this kid is not in my life, I don't want this guy to be in the kid's life, or you can't see this kid, or you guys stand firm on those decisions, right? But when the same father says, okay, I don't want to be there, you guys want to be like, well, it takes 2 to tango. But it also, at the end of the day, you are the one that's conceiving. You do get pregnant. You carry the child for 9 months. So there's obviously a clear discrepancy on, like...
On who has a little bit more say.
On who has more say. Now, if you... Where was I going with this? What did I say?
Like basically women, like women having too much autonomy and authority over, like, the decision making.
Why don't women actually just have that much of a say on choosing their father's period, or deciding to refrain from getting pregnant until marriage? Because, like, for me, it's like, and then they'll be like, okay, well, I didn't want to get an abortion. If you don't want to get an abortion, you better not fuck raw. You better be on birth control. You better be wearing condoms. You better do anything within your, like, capability to ensure that you don't get pregnant. Because
I'm so sorry to no, finish. I'm not gonna forget this point. Finish.
Really?
Yeah, finish.
Because, like, once you have this kid now, like, who's, like, I'm not, at the end of the day, it does take 2 people to have a kid, but, like, 100%. You actually do have the say on whether this child gets brought into, it's your decision. Like, if that man wants the kid and you don't want it, guess what? He's not carrying that kid. There's been a lot of situations where, like, there's been a man that wanted the child, but the woman's like, okay, like, I already have too many kids, or I'm not ready for it. So it's like, why don't you guys actually just wait until you're in a situation that you can ensure that you can get the best out of a man,
or put more pride in your choices.
Exactly. Instead of, like, just always running around this baby fault. This shit is exhausting. Like, you can't blame these guys for getting you pregnant. You actually have to blame yourself for letting these guys get you pregnant, keeping these kids. And it's like, yeah, guys are manipulators. They'll make you sell you a dream. They'll make you, but it's like, this is a baby at the end of the day. Like, you're actually going through excruciating pain to bring this child into this world. Like, people die during childbirth, and it's like, you want to protect the child as much as you can. Like, that's the first thing. I think what makes you a good mother is, like, protecting your child. And I feel like if you're protecting your child, you're gonna give birth under a system that protects your child, which is like marriage. Like, you be giving birth to these drug dealers that don't have no jobs that you can...
Well, all you're doing is improving the odds of a safe environment, because you can be married and still be in, like, some kind of abusive, toxic, nasty relationship.
But you have a say.
Yes.
More of a say when you're married. Like, you have more rights as a woman, and that overall is gonna, like, extend to your offspring, right? So yeah, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say, if you have the emotional maturity, discernment, or intellect, or you want to virtue signal and say you refuse to get an abortion and that's why you had a baby for a man that wasn't shit, wasn't financially prepared, or didn't want the child, then you need to have the equal emotional discernment to remain constant in your leadership role that you took on by yourself, to remain constant in your pursuit to make sure that there's a happy environment for that child, no matter what it takes out of you. The minute you decided that you were the leader and you were the flag bearer of being emotionally responsible, being highly intelligent, being morally above everybody else, because you just refused to make the best proactive decision that could put you in a position to have the family correctly one day. You know, mistakes happen. You could say the word of conduct. We all do stupid shit. We do it all the time. Let's cross the bridge of the stupid shit having already been done. There's 2 options. Let's take advantage of something that's already been put in place scientifically, and let's do the right thing in preparation for the future. Or I'm going to put my emotions, my feelings, what I think is best for me and mine, as in my child that's in my stomach. This is me speaking as a woman, and saying I'm going to do the right thing and keep the child.
Imagine.
It's an incredible act. Great. Now understand the leadership role you took against the grain of all reality surrounding the situation, and make sure you maintain that, because if you don't, you're contradicting what made your belly turn into that in the first place.
At the end of the day, we should not be fucking. We shouldn't be fucking. You know what I mean? Yeah. The sole purpose of sex is to have kids. So it's like, you don't really like, I don't know if you believe it, but it's like, if that's a consequence of sex. So it's like, if you're so adamant on not being
let's just cut it out right now. Let's just cut it out.
Children, there's like forget condoms, forget birth control, forget abortions. There's one solution for that. Abstain from sex. Like,
and once you do, both male and female, you are now responsible, and you have to handle that responsibility to the best of your abilities.
I don't believe in abortions and stuff. That's just not an excuse. Like, so if that's not the excuse, the other excuse is you're just letting retarded, stupid guys get you pregnant. And honestly, like, that's kind of like your fault, though. If a man, like, at the end of the day, like, marriage doesn't ensure the best outcomes out of a family system or like out of a man or anything. But if a man isn't saying, hey, you know what, I promise to spend the rest of my life with you, why the fuck are you giving him a permanent child? Like, that kid is not going anywhere. It's not because it's 18 it's going anywhere. That kid is going to live until it dies. That is a permanent choice. Why are you giving someone that hasn't made a permanent decision about you guys' relationship like a child?
You're giving a temporary relationship permanent results.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the word. That's the day. That's the day.
Men say. So guys, okay, this is what guys like to do all the time, right? Whenever you want to talk about, how they be cheating and all that fuckery, it's just in our DNA. Like, they want to talk about lions and tigers. Now they know all this scientific stuff. Now you guys know science and biology now, right? You guys say that's something ingrained in you guys' DNA. But the same breath, guys will also be like, well, women cheat just as much as men. They just don't get caught, or women cheat a lot, or women this, or women that. They say that that's not within our DNA, and we just like to stick with one partner. We're like, that's just how it's supposed to go. How are those two things existing at once? Like, if that's not within our DNA, why are we doing it? Like, why do you think women cheat then?
What I will say is this. I'm 50-50 on the idea of whether, like, it's in our DNA or not. I will tell you this, though. There is a reality that men like to conquer things, and that's simply where it starts and stops. It's just the idea of conquering the unknown, satisfying your curiosity of like finding out what's on the other side. Hence why we have this term called post-nut clarity. It's when you're done your nut, you realize, what the hell was I even doing?
We have that shit too.
Yeah, you guys do have it too. I didn't say only men have it.
Okay.
See, you're so ready to drop.
Because you're talking about men right now. You're saying men conquer things. That's why we have
Yeah. I said hence why we.
As in everyone.
Like, as in people who have sex, men and women. Sorry, I got the plural and the thing mixed up in one sentence. But what I really essentially I'm saying is, the reason the word post-nut clarity exists is because of the idea that, like, it can honor who, like, that idea that I'm giving you can honor each gender in its own way. Women are extremely promiscuous. Like, women are very, very, like, so, okay, let me put it to you this way. You see how women enjoy foreplay so much, because foreplay is essentially what builds and creates, like, how the climax of the sex is going to go. I'd like to assume. I'm not saying I'm like a sex expert or something.
We be liking the foreplay. You guys, that's the best part.
That's probably the best part for you guys, and the actual sex is just the conclusion of it, or the exclamation mark.
Yeah.
Whereas for men, we don't give a rat's ass about no foreplay. We just want to bust a nut. One person is a savage, one person is sort of like a daisy within the same process. Let's go back to the original, this whole thing about it being in their DNA, or being in our DNA versus women, whatever the case may be. I don't really like to look at motive, like, in this subject matter, because at the end of the day, we can dance around and spin around all day and ultimately get to nothing. The truth is this: men are savages. We chase our flesh. we are dogs, we're hunters. We when it comes to the type of loyalty, because when it comes to the type of loyalty women are looking for, it's directly intertwined with faithfulness.
Well, that is, if you actually look at what loyalty means.
I saw it, Kay. I saw it. I saw it though. I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it on our thing.
I seen that too.
I know you're about to try to come done me with that, but I saw it.
Okay, I don't remember
the point
exactly
that
what they said.
The point that I'm getting at is that you can also look at the word. You can also look at the word faithfulness and isolate it in its own word. I don't want to dive too deeply into it that. This whole
You should.
No, what I'm saying is, one word can constitute another word to create its definition, but then another word can stand on its own. So faithfulness stands on its own as a definition. You can define the word faithful in its own self, and then you can define loyalty in its own self. But if you look at the definition of loyalty, it's subdivided into 3 commas, which means within the one definition, they're listing it to be elements of it. Mm-hmm. Men are not loyal to the idea of something. Men are not loyal to people. Got it the other way around. We're not loyal to people per se based off emotions. We're loyal to people for the grand idea of something.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
But I feel like the problem with girls is like, you guys expect us to be faithful to you guys. Whereas, here's my thing with guys, right?
So I'm okay. I felt like I didn't land, but I'm with you. I knew exactly what you're trying to say. We're basically expecting things out of you guys that we're not even close to being able to give. First of all, I'll say this to you. If a relationship was based off equal reciprocation, we would not even be sitting at this chair having this podcast right now. The reality is that this is where a lot of men, most men, our shortcomings lie. But we can break down women's shortcomings all day that don't contribute to the positivity of a relationship. So then in the end, forget whose DNA it's in. Forget if women cheat just as much as men. If this, if that. Fam, you've been my dog for 11 years. You know me. I do not give a flying crap's ass about what's going on with a female if I'm talking to her. Because I believe nature, because nature is divine in its own cause, against my green, against your green, against anyone's green, it will bring whatever I need to me when I need it. Yeah, so that's
not even what I was talking about, like in terms of like whether it becomes like known or not. I think like
I feel like where he was going before he got cut off. Like we didn't get to hear what he was really gonna say.
When you cheat on someone, right?
Like I was really excited.
You're overstepping a boundary. You know, like if you think
like,
about
bro,
your woman, like
he was gonna say that our loyalty lies differently, bro. Like I wanted to hear what he's gonna say.
Getting naked, kissing someone, touching someone, letting someone hold them. Like we think about the same things as well, right? Just the mere thought of that for men literally will drive them crazy. But it's like you guys constantly expect us to like accept that. Like it's just, yeah, you know what? Yeah, he's just a dog. But it's like we know what feelings that women get out of sex. So whether you're in your own world or not, you're creating an environment where you're potentially creating like an emotional relationship with someone, right? So it's like
absolutely,
we look at you guys and we think about the shit that you be doing.
Yeah.
We have these things in our heads about like what your man's probably doing. It's disgusting. Like it's a turnoff. And like the part that's like annoying about guys is that they want to do all these things, but at the same time, they also want to be in a peaceful environment. Like when you're in a bad mood, they're getting more frustrated. You know, let me message some more bitches because my bitch is annoying, or they have an attitude. You're just not gonna create an environment where you're bringing the best out of a woman if you're treating her that way. Because at the end of the day, it's like if you don't like it, right? You wouldn't like it, or no man likes it. They hate it. It's like, why do you think like we like it? We do not like it.
Here's the thing. Of course not. But that goes without saying. There's a lot of things that men do that women don't like. Not just that.
So at what point does it become disrespectful when you know that you're doing?
Are you gonna let me finish or not? I literally just let you talk for as long as you needed to, and I said one line and you came rambling again.
I'm sorry, forgive me.
One line and you came rambling again.
I'm sorry, forgive me.
I'm sorry, forgive me. Everyone's always saying Nana's cutting her off, Nana's cutting her off, Nana's cutting her off. You see how she had no back talk after you said that?
Finish or not?
She had,
literally just let you talk.
She had no back talk. She knew. She's like, yeah, I cut him off still. Like.
I'm sorry, forgive me.
Yo, they're always paging Nana. Yo, Nana's always cutting her off. Look, it's a she, man. She always a cut him off and them sitting there. She not let no man talk around her.
You've asked me a question. You need to remove your emotions so I can actually answer it for you if you're willing to receive the answer. But if you've already concluded that you have an answer in your mind that trumps anything I'm going to say, then we're not having dialogue. You're just talking just for the sake of talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what I will say is this. Everything you're saying is beyond the truth and goes without saying. But I think this is where men bring up the biology thing. It's almost a way of us explaining our disrespect. When a man is doing the stupid shit that he does, he's not thinking about disrespecting you. That's why men sneak. If a man truly wanted to disrespect you, he would just do it in your face and bank on you not having the balls to leave.
Yeah.
Listen, and what I just said
I talked to someone about this. I talked to someone about this. Yo, if your man gives you bun, right, he'll sneak. Let me tell you why. He'll sneak because he doesn't want to lose his wife. If you're a nigga and you cheat on your girl, you will stop everything by all means to ruin the house you've created. You will, by all means, you might even crush the side bitch. By all means, by any means necessary, you will make sure your girlfriend doesn't get you. Now, if he does not respect you, bro, you don't need to sneak, Tom, because you're a single man. Anyway, if he does not respect you, it will be in front of your eye, them, like outside laundry, like when you hang up your clothes, them outside for you dry up, for you dry, you understand? So, yo, I've told someone this, if the man truly loves you and he fucks up and he cheats or whatever, he will ensure that you do not know. But if I was with a girl because I love that bitch, I'm not going to sneak. Okay, you lost me. You lost me. Anyway, you would hide that fact because you would rather drag the side bitch through the ground or on the ground than have her fuck up your crib. Real shit. Nah, real shit though. She's not empty man. Just feeling my stomach. She's out of here.
Doesn't make it right. But a lot of people can't wrap their heads around the fact that two things can be true within one conversation.
Yeah.
So here's where I'll land with this thing. We're not talking about if it's right or wrong for men to cheat.
Because we know it's wrong.
Because everybody and their mother knows it's wrong. If the man didn't think it was wrong, you wouldn't sneak, change names, delete messages. You know it's wrong. That's just common sense. But here's the thing, though. And remove 1%ers like you from what I'm about to say, because very few women, when it comes to how a man caters to a woman, whether it be financially, especially, emotionally, psychologically, physically, there is a double standard already in place from the start. There is no way on God's green earth a woman can equally cater to a man the way she expects to be catered to.
Oh my God.
Do you think?
Hold up, if you pull it back, Uno never understand what the man say. You guys Uno never understand what the man say.
God's green earth.
Yeah.
A woman can equally cater to a man the way she expects to be
catered
to.
Bro, real talk.
Do you think
he just said? Let me pull it back again.
Already in place from the.
He said, "There's nothing on me." Let me shut the fuck up. Actually, let him tell you what he said. You know what I'm saying? Let me not even try to quote the man.
There is no way on God's green earth a woman can equally cater to a man the way she and their mother knows it's wrong. If the man didn't think it was wrong, you wouldn't sneak, change names, delete messages. You know it's wrong. That's just common sense. But here's the thing though. And remove 1%ers like you from what I'm about to say, because very few women, when it comes to how a man caters to a woman, whether it be financially, especially, emotionally, psychologically, physically, there is a double standard already in place from the start. There is no way on God's green earth a woman can equally cater to a man the way she expects to be catered to.
You believe that?
Yeah.
110%. Someone's gonna argue with me. What he's saying is false. It's facts. I was gonna say false, but that was by accident. It's facts. And nobody, cause women, if a girl tries to be there for the man and he's emotional, he's a bitch. Financially, he's a bitch. Physically, she needs to do something, he's a bitch. Why doesn't he know how to use it or do it?
There is a high expectation for what a man should be able to do. I will say that.
It's high still, but they can't do the same. I'm not saying it's for them to do.
No.
I'm not saying that.
There's different standards for them though. That are
yeah, there's different. Like, we're equally important, but we don't have equal roles. Like, we don't have not equally important, but we're not equal in like physicality. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's different ways that we both contribute that mesh with each other.
Me too. Yeah, real talks.
Yeah.
Because what he's saying is facts. Now, I'm not saying a girl should cater to a man that way. It's not what I'm saying. But what we're saying is, the fact is, it is already a double standard in place. I have to cater to you this way, and you can never cater to me the same. Because if you do so, or if...
What do you mean by they can never cater to you this way?
All four of those things that he said,
okay.
Even if you do find that one girl,
okay,
right? When you say all, this is the problem with people. When you say all, oh, but it's not me. Shut up. No one's talking about you directly.
Yeah.
Because if we go,
he's looking at a general
and then on top of that too, when Trump won the election, right? Mm-hmm. It was 60-40. They said America voted.
Yeah.
But not all of America voted for him.
No,
but America voted.
The mass majority.
Okay, so now I'm gonna say it again. All women or women period cannot do that. Maybe there's 1%ers. Maybe there's 5. Maybe there's 10.
They're gonna hit you with the semantics.
But I don't give a fuck about all that.
Yeah.
If we're gonna America voted, so women have voted. They can't do it. Just like how they would say, men have no emotion.
Yeah.
But there's 1% that men have emotion. But America voted. Men voted. We don't have emotions.
Yeah.
Like grand scale. Men are dogs, but that guy might not be.
Yeah.
America voted. Men voted.
Yeah. That's why they say like niggas, niggas ain't shit, but it's like.
But that one wasn't.
But
these guys are not. You didn't want the nice guy that wasn't a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But you did it 17 assholes, and now all men are pieces of shit. Technically, not all men are shit. But what happened? America voted, so women voted. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It's the mass majority. It's majority.
Yeah, just check your.
You can't. Don't try to. Oh, but not me. I don't want to hear that. I hate that shit. That shit cheese me.
What? Not me?
Yeah, because I can say that too. Like, what the hell? And then you're gonna say, oh, but not you. Shut up. It's gonna fuck up the whole conversation. Just let it flow, man. Keep going, man.
You know what I'm trying to say.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep going. But what he's saying here is valid.
Like when it comes to how a man caters to a woman, whether it be financially, especially.
Financially. Every girl's dream, no girl can tell me I'm wrong. Maybe they want to still go to work. But every girl's dream is the man to pay the mortgage, every bill inside the house, car note, this, that, and the third. And all they have to do is really just go to work if they want to be busy, and then come home.
AKA the soft life.
Like, they want the soft life. Every girl wants soft life. No girl can tell me they don't. Mm-hmm. It's feminist movement and life and how hard life is right now. Why everyone needs to work. But if it was a choice, they would rather a choice.
Then again, it was also like
way back in the day, it was only the men that could work.
Yeah.
Women, they weren't allowed.
But now that they're allowed, whatever. Cool.
Obviously, equal rights, equal
and life hard.
Emotionally.
Women are more likely to complain about their job after work. This is an example. All right, after work, babe, work was this, that, and the third. Like, I hate these guys. We sit down and listen. Mm-hmm. If a man wants to complain about work every day, he's a bitch.
I wouldn't go as far to say that he's a bitch, but they would look at him sideways.
He's a bitch. That's what they're going to say.
Okay.
Psychologically,
I'm not talking about that. That's a big word. Physically, yeah. Because if I can't change the tire, I'm a bitch.
Yeah, it's a man's role.
It's a man's role. Why can't I change the tire? Why don't I know how to...
What does he mean by psychologically, though? Like, are we not able to take care of their mental state? Like, we weren't...
No, he's saying that we're there psychologically more than they are. But not more than they are. But, like, if we ask for these 4 things from them, all in a row, like how they ask for us, it's way harder for them to fulfill all 4.
Yeah, because they're operating from a different standpoint.
Exactly.
They won't actually see our point of view until, like...
later on.
Yeah.
But that's why you're saying... these 4, in a relationship, is a double standard already. I have to cater to all 4 of these things.
Yeah.
You just gotta put the cock in your mouth. The sad truth. Now, if she caters to you financially to the point where she buys you things, she takes care of you, this, that, and third, lovely. Mm-hmm. Birthday comes, she shows her appreciation on your birthday.
Are you expecting a woman to do that when it comes to relationship with you?
On my birthday?
Well, regardless, like she could do it on a random day for your birthday. Or would you expect her to have that kind of energy for you throughout? Or
I think, like for me, like if I'm dating someone, say I pay for dinner every time we go. Say we go out every day, and I'm. If one day you're like, yo, I got it. I'm like, oh,
calm.
Really? I double check she does it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It's my day today.
But you're not expecting.
But I'm not like, you know what I mean?
It'll be like a nice to have.
Yeah. Type. So, you know what I'm saying? But on my birthday, I would expect like just show a nigga you love him, bro.
Yeah.
Like
show a little love and tenderness.
Show a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I took you to the movies, dinner, this, that, and third, 4 or 5 times out the week.
Yeah.
My bank statement for the month now, cause I took you 4 times out the month, is like we're looking at like 400 plus.
Yeah.
You know?
Our disposable income's looking kind of slim right now.
You get what I'm saying? Because I took you out to eat. Now, am I complaining? Nah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you
it would be nice.
It would be nice if you were like, yo, let me. He paid 8 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
This time, let me get the next 2 weeks. Let me get this week. Let me get that week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then or you take care of everything throughout the year. Your birthday, Christmas comes, and they actually put some thought in the gift. Because there's niggas that get socks.
Type.
All the time.
I'll be cool with socks though.
I'm not cool with socks.
You're not cool with socks?
Fuck that. Some PSD boxers would be tough though. I would love some PSD boxers. And if you're getting me socks, just go to Walmart and get the athletic socks from Walmart. They're like $10.
You're not gonna fuck with a 20-pack?
Not a 20-pack. The fabric's different. I need my toes to breathe. Oh. That ass.
That's it. My piggly wiggly.
Yeah, I need it. Yeah, because if it's sweating in the fabric, smelly socks, you gotta throw it out. You feel me? But like, just show a nigga you love him. Birthday comes, be like, he said this. He's a gamer. He's camera guy. He's this. He's that. Like, see what go on. See the vibes.
Type.
I understand asking for me on my birthday what I want, but girls move like niggas don't say nothing all year. Impossible. It's physically impossible.
Yeah.
But
just be that they're not listening, if anything.
Yeah, bro. It's impossible to talk to anybody a whole year and they don't say one thing they wanted.
Or what they're interested in.
Period.
For you to be able to do a little bit of research and be like...
there's no way.
Yeah.
But, don't get me wrong, I would love, gifts randomly.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But, I'm not expecting gifts randomly.
Yeah.
I don't care for flowers.
Do you think they do?
Yeah, they want flowers. Like, if you went to a girl on a random... Give me August. There's nothing going on.
I'd argue that they probably think the same in terms of the randomness of gestures.
Yeah, August, they get some flowers. Oh my god.
Yeah. Anything outside of holidays.
But the difference is, if a girl doesn't get it, they'll be like, my nigga never does it. If a nigga doesn't get it, yeah, she doesn't do it. It's whatever. That's what I'm trying to say.
But they would have to compare us to somebody else as to why they're saying that. Because if you don't do it,
but even if their ex did it, or a nigga from 1976 did it, or if they see it on TV,
they're comparing, right?
But sometimes some girls will just be chilling and be like, Why don't you get me flowers? I don't know.
I didn't know you wanted flowers.
Yeah, I didn't. Did you want flowers? Not anymore, because I have to ask you. Oh, okay, then
I guess
you're not getting
your flowers.
Yeah. Sure. Cool with me.
Tell you shit.
Less money I gotta spend.
Anywho. Fucking grandma cooked?
Nobody cooked.
Did you eat?
I didn't eat shit.
Fuck it.
Went to physio, woke up, went to physio. It's now 5:24. Got work in a couple of hours.
Oh, you're not doing shit.
Haven't eaten.
Let's see a beer
there is a double standard already.
That shit's done. I don't know what I'm doing myself.
In place from the start. There is no way on God's green earth a woman can equally cater to a man the way she expects to be catered to. Do you think even just something as stupid as sex, if you and your partner are on,
you know what? Let me actually. I just want that.
Emotions to
I just want this, like,
and remove 1%ers like you from what I'm about to say, because very few women, when it comes to how a man caters to a woman, whether it be financially, especially emotionally, psychologically, physically, there is a double standard already in place from the start. There is no way on God's green earth a woman can equally cater to a man the way she expects to be catered to. Do you think even just something as stupid as sex, if you and your partner are on that type of time, do you think if you're actually with a man that wants to please you, do you think you can equally please a man the way he'll equally please you? Bro, there is a double standard in everything. And speaking as men to you women, we're sorry that there's one thing that goes against you guys when it comes to this double standard shit. And at the end of the day, there's a reason why you guys can't stop talking about it. Because if you remove this one thing, you guys wouldn't have much to complain with us, except for maybe how broke we are or how little our penises are.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, when it all comes, I'm sorry to cut you off. When it all comes down to it, work with your partner independently one-on-one. Strike a chord inside of them and bank on instilling the motivation that will put them in position to see themselves in the mirror so they can be inspired to create the best versions of themselves. But crying and pointing and victim shaming and doing all these things to isolate men and how weak we are when it comes to this one department, I promise you, history will continue to repeat itself and it will never change. And you'll just cry your way into another man's arms that is either going to be deficient in a different department that matters to you, or if he has everything else, he's going to be exactly what you ran away from.
So guys like to say a lot, like, you know, okay, if I cheat on you, right, and you're gonna go cheat on me, just leave. Okay. At what point do you guys just think, you know what, I'm constantly changing my password, I'm constantly messaging this bitch, that bitch, maybe I should be single because I'm actually hurting someone? Because it's like, let's just say this shit was in your body.
No, but I love you.
Really deeply.
I'm not gonna leave. I love you. You mean the world to me. That's why I love you. It's you that runs the castle. You walk around, no worries. Flower petals, you mean the world. That's why I can't go nowhere.
Ingrained in you guys, that's really hard to like fight. If this person that you love, right, is saying this hurts me, I don't like it, but you consistently do it, at what point does it become disrespect? Like, because at the end of the day, like, your actions are doing, your actions are saying, I don't respect you. Like, I don't like it.
Perfect. Stay there. Good. And don't worry about us finishing the rest of the program. I like where this is going. Focus on the time more than you care about the topics. Like, we'll get to it next week. Let's stay here.
Or we could, yeah.
No, we're staying right here. I love where we are. Say exactly what you just said again. Framework it exactly how you just did.
Oh my God, I don't remember.
You talked about at what point are your actions disrespectful when your partner's continuous. I want you to say it because I don't want you to try to figure out where I'm going. where your partner is essentially asking you or voicing it out to you repeatedly that they have a problem with something, but you don't stop doing it. You just keep doing it. And you basically the repetition of a mistake is one of the most blatant and obvious. Don't lean in that couch. You better stay with me.
I'm bringing the mic closer to me.
The repetition of a mistake is one of the highest forms and one of the highest displays of showing your partner that you just don't fucking get it, right?
Yeah.
Whose mistake is more significant or more disrespectful or more grand? Are you better than me because you can't hold your mouth but I can't hold my dick? Are you better than me? Are you better than me because you don't have it in you to know how to speak to a man, how to cater to a man, how to cook? No, there's no but. Stay with me. Are you better than me? Whose sin is better? Not you personally, Karen. I don't fucking know you in this way.
You're asking me a question. I'm trying to answer.
No, okay, no. Are you better than me?
No, I'm not better than you, but my whole thing.
Yo, he just cooked. Holy shit. Holy. Wow. I wish I was in a room with a bag of woman. Me would I love that. Well, not just for me, for the message, of course, but wow, I might have to run that back still. Holy.
Don't lean in that couch. You better stay with me.
I'm bringing the mic closer to me.
The repetition of a mistake is one of the highest forms and one of the highest displays of showing your partner that you just don't fucking get it, right?
Yeah.
Whose mistake is more significant or more disrespectful or more grand? Are you better than me because you can't hold your mouth but I can't hold my dick? Are you better than me? Are you better than me because you don't have it in you to know how to speak to a man, how to cater to a man, how to cook? No, there's no but. Stay with me. Are you better than me? Whose sin is better? Not you personally. I don't fucking know you in this way.
You're asking me a question. I'm trying to answer.
No, okay, no. Are you better than me?
No, I'm not better than you, but my whole thing is, right?
Yo, dog.
I don't want...
Sin is sin. Disrespect is disrespect. That's holy shit. Are you better than me? Because I can't hold my dick and you can't hold your mouth? You don't know how to talk to me? Are you better than me? Yo, wow. Holy fuck.
The but. I wanted to land somewhere. So it's just a yes or no.
I know you wanted to land somewhere. When I originally asked the question, I wanted to land too, but you took it somewhere else. So I'm going to take it back somewhere else, right?
Go. Yeah, you got it.
Back to the cheating situation, because that's what we're talking about. That's what this question is about. Men say, well, like, they do forgive, though, even though they say, but for the most part, like...
Yeah. Men are very unforgiving.
Very unforgiving with the whole idea of their woman stepping
out.
I
don't give a
So just by that very metric, why is it that we're supposed to be so forgiving for something that's like an abomination for you guys? Like...
You're not supposed to be so forgiving. No, you're not supposed to be so forgiving. You're supposed to weigh the pros and cons of what your man brings to the table, face the reality of what happens in the universe around you, and then ask yourself, is he or this worth it or not? Every answer is going to be different. Can I communicate my way out of this shit with this man? Can I inspire him to see the better version of himself and us in this situation? Can he change? Has he shown that he has the ability to change in any other area besides this one department?
So, because men, like I said, because men understand that men have said on several occasions that they just can't be monogamous for the most part.
Right.
Why do you guys keep on trying to portray or like act in these monogamous relationships? Like, why don't you guys just all be single? Like, why are you guys getting into commitments with people?
Did you hear anything I said before you just said what you just said or no?
I did hear what you said. I did hear what you said.
Keep going.
I did hear what you said.
Okay, keep going.
But this is what I'm saying. It's there was a time where I was kind of like, you know what? I'm just not in the mood to like commit to a man. Like, I know if I like get in a situation right now, I just want to travel. I want to have fun. I don't know. I don't really think I'm qualified to be.
What do you mean you want to have fun though? What do you mean you want to have fun, Karen? What's going on? Like, you want to go outside and gallivant with your friend them, or you want to boing boing? Like, fun is subjective, you know. Fun, subjective might be the wrong word, but fun is one way, fun is the next way, fun is up and down, fun is everywhere. You know what I mean? So, what do you mean by that?
Someone's bitch right now, or someone's girlfriend, sorry.
Yeah.
Someone's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to be a good girlfriend, right? So I refrain from relationships because I'm like, you know, I want to respect someone at the end of the day. Like, I was in a situation before where I wasn't able to be a good girlfriend. And if someone's constantly, like, communicating things that you're just not good at, like, why don't you not leave it to the person that loves you, that clearly wants to be with you, to decide whether they should weigh the pros and cons or not? Because at the end of the day, like, men also understand that majority of you guys are the same way. So it's like, what's the point of constantly getting into these relationships with these men that are saying, like, okay, that are offering these commitments?
But I told you to leave it to the person that loves you to decide. I didn't say the man decides. I said the woman decides.
You can't leave it to the person that loves you because they're compromised. Like, when women finally leave their boyfriends, it's because, or their husbands or whatever, it's because they stop loving them.
Okay, so can I ask you a question? And I literally tried to ask you this question earlier, but it just completely went over your head because you're very stuck on your point. What I'm saying is this. Let's say me and you are dating and you're very argumentative, or you're resistant, or I've just been, let's say, whatever it is, I've been complaining about this thing. I've been continuously complaining about this thing. You have an attitude. You don't have the twitch to want to take care of me as a man. Like, I do everything for you, but you do almost nothing for me. I just love the idea of you. I love how you make me feel. I love how I felt in the beginning when those things didn't matter, before you dragged me deep into the relationship. Am I, as a man...
Yo, bro, I just talked to... Nah, I gotta call my girl best friend right now, fam. I was just talking. She's like, why did you date her in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like this could have been avoided? But it was this right here.
Yeah.
Yo, so yo, I'm on stream, by the way. You're on speaker, okay?
Yeah.
So yo, you see how you... Yeah, you see how you asked me? You see how you asked me earlier, like, why did I stay, right?
Why did you stay?
Yeah, like, why was I? Don't say the name, please. But like, why I was with the girl at the time? And like, why I stayed so long or whatever? Okay. I'm watching a podcast right now, so I'm gonna try and like word what he said, and what he said is basically what happened. Like,
I love how you make me feel. I do
like,
almost nothing for me. It's just to want to take care of me as a man. Like, I do everything for you, but you do almost nothing.
Okay, you do nothing for me. Like, as a man, you don't take care of me too crazy. I don't really see like that type of twitch from you. Like, as in like shit, like bringing the food, bringing me food, making sure I'm fed, like shit like that, right? Remember, like all that, like those like I'm using that as an example for right now, like like as catering to your man, feeding him, making sure he's blessed, like, you know, because girls feeding your man, like, to you guys is, oh, let me just make sure he eats, but to us it's like, yo, this girl's making sure I get the right nutrients, okay, cool, and she makes sure like my belly's full, cool.
Thing for me, it's
right?
I just love
you do nothing for me, like in a wife standpoint, or to the capabilities I want you to, but what happened was this part. I love how you make me feel. I love being around you. I love how I felt in the beginning when everything didn't matter. Before you dragged me deep into the relationship and got me stuck here, because now I'm twitching and reacting and dwelling on my emotions. Hence why I stayed here. You get what I'm saying? So that's the answer. Holy shit! I would have never thought I got the answer on this fucking podcast. Bro, that is the answer. Holy.
Because when people get you used to something else, a different type of treatment, and then when things change, it's like, oh, you're kind of longing for how it started, how you felt when it started.
Exactly.
All right, bye, Mom.
Exactly, but because I wasn't, and it's not saying you were unqualified or whatever, but in the beginning when that shit did not matter, right?
You met the
qualifications, but now that you're talking about marriage, ring, house, this, that, and the third, you're realizing that what you want in the mother of your kids is not being shown. Not that it's not capable of being done or they can't do it. It's just not being shown. So then you don't want to put the ring on the finger to figure it out, to guess. You get what I'm saying?
Of course.
So holy shit. I hope that clip caught it, like that moment. But yeah, that's the main point still. Like I got
Was your oh my gosh moment?
Yeah, like that's the oh my gosh moment. Cause I never really had the answer, like, you know? But that's a eureka moment still. Like I really liked you in the beginning or whatever. All those things didn't matter. And then now that we're thinking about for later on in the relationship and going deeper, it does matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's crazy. Well, we got our answer.
Yeah, it was hard to explain, eh?
Huh?
It was just hard to explain at first.
Yeah, it's hard to explain still because, like, you know, emotions at the time, and, you know, now you're not feeling that emotion as tough now. So, like, you kind of got to, like, rewind and rethink. I overthink a lot, so I probably would have got to this conclusion, like, a week later or, like, a couple of days. But I'm happy I watched this, so, like, I got the conclusion now.
But yeah, I figured that's usually always the case when you ask somebody why they stayed in a relationship so long, whether it's they're being abused, whether shit's changed, like that's usually the case.
Yeah, they're normally waiting for it to kind of like spark back. They're waiting for it to go back to how it was.
They want that kind of feeling that, shit, I forgot my nose spray. I knew I was forgetting something, man.
You don't need no nose spray. Actually, no.
My nose is about to be stuffy as fuck at work. Is this a spare one I found in my... God is good. I found a spare one in the car.
God is good, yes.
I found a spare one in the car. There's never one in here, and I haven't really been in my car for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I was looking for this. Jeez, I found me a little nose spray. But yeah, that's usually how it goes when it comes to just why people stay.
Yeah, why people stay when they're getting abused or whatever because they wanted to get back to how it was, like, you know, in the beginning and shit. Yeah, bro, fuck. It took me some time still. But alright. Have a good day at work.
Thank you so much. You too.
Yeah, I'm going later on. I'm going in like a couple hours. I haven't even eaten yet. I don't know what I'm going to eat.
Oh my gosh, me too. I forgot. I didn't even eat yet either.
Yeah, bro, fuck.
About to be at work serving food like, that looks so yummy.
You're going to order it.
I don't eat there.
Why not?
I like to take my food and eat at home and watch my show.
If I come there, I can get some free eats or what?
Free food? No, I can't even get no free food. How the fuck you gonna get free food?
Yo, them people that wicked, dog.
You can get like a 20% off. I'll give you my family friends discount.
Holy, they have you over there so I starve, so?
Yeah, they don't. Like, when I'm working, I get 50% off, but I'm definitely using that for my meal. Family and friends get, like, yeah.
Well, I bet. Send me the ID. I'm gonna see if I can stop by there during work or something, or like after or before.
Okay.
It's in Mississauga though, so I might not be able to. I'm gonna see what I'm going. Alright, later, yo.
Shut the fuck up. The light just turned.
Oh.
Like, fuck?
Someone honked you alive?
Yeah, like, bitch, I think the light just changed. Like, talking about me, bitch. Anyways.
Alright, yo, later. You too.
Relationship. Am I, as a man, qualified to leave you for those things? Or will I be told by women to be mature, be a leader, and work it out?
Yeah, you definitely will, but I feel like, you know...
No, I'm not necessarily asking you for the back end of your feelings with this thing. And I'm sorry, I don't mean that in a rude way. I'm just trying to show you in real time the bullshit that men and women are both putting themselves through. I literally gave you the exact same scenario, but for something that would bother us as men. The problem with you women, though, is that you guys categorize sins, you categorize faults, and you put them on pedestals.
Well, if
so
you
think some sins are less sin than others.
Well, if you were to like, if you're a Christian, right, and you believe in God, right?
Yeah.
So let's just forget this boyfriend and girlfriend stuff, right?
Yeah.
If you were to get married now, the only thing that permits like a dissolve or like like absolution of like the marriage
is infidelity,
is adultery.
Yeah.
Right. So even God can say like that's kind of like the worst thing you can do to a partner.
Sugar, it only becomes a big deal once you tie the knot in front of him. So
I'm just putting that into perspective, though.
Clean message, but doesn't count because here's the thing.
I'm putting into perspective.
Okay, so if you shoot your partner, is that less than infidelity? See what I'm saying? It's like we can do this all day.
Now, you said something about like girls having like attitudes or like being
anything I'm complaining about that a woman is not doing correctly in the relationship that's affecting the dynamic of our relationship.
Do you think like that's like, okay, when it comes to like this topic that we're speaking on, right? Cheating is not just you bump into the club and then you fuck it.
Of course, it's built over time.
Well, sometimes it could be like that.
It's built over time.
So it's like, so it's a course of actions that take place, right? So like comparing it to like a girl like being upset and having an attitude is just, or like not being able to communicate or having a heart or not listening. It's just not. It's just not. It's just not the same thing.
I can't make this shit up even if I tried. Yo, listen. Okay. Let me find a different way to break this down. And I can't wait for all the girls to come in the comments and talk about how much they agree with you and I'm such an asshole and I'm but listen,
this is obviously like how no one's surprised about, like, I don't think this is like a surprising conversation.
It's not. But I'm talking about my reaction like just now. Not the conversation as a whole. But I'm laughing because you're literally like ushering yourself right into my point with everything you say, but I don't think you're like
bagging it. Yeah, you're not bagging it.
The point that I'm trying to make. So you said you're complaining about her attitude or when she gets upset. You think those are the only instances where a woman can drain the life out of a man? Are you kidding me? You've never heard of the saying of a woman draining the soul out of a man? You think that happens because maybe when she's upset, or do you think that's the same? Bro, we just have our own shit that we care about as males and as females. Yeah. We are going to continue to let you guys down. But you guys are extreme. Yo, do you think we get these viral videos? Like, this is what blows my mind about you guys. Do you think we get these viral videos by accident? Do you think there's 500 niggas all yelling at how happy they are that I'm saying something by accident? You think we got 2,000 new followers on Instagram by accident?
Yeah.
There is a miscommunication happening. I am not saying that a man is allowed to cheat. Neither am I saying it's okay. I literally said, weigh the pros and cons of what this individual is bringing into your life. Create timelines to assess individuals' behaviors without being hysterical. I'm giving you guys real life solutions, not the emotional crybaby bullshit.
No, because I get what you're trying to say, but what I'm really trying to say
is... there is no trying to say. I'm saying it.
We're saying that, like, we as women, like, we don't actually want to keep dealing with the same problems like over and over and over again, and it's like you leave this one relationship because blah blah blah,
but then we deal with the same problems too, and you guys
you're in another similar situation. So it's like, at what point do men that want to be single or act like they're single just be single?
I understand your frustration. Trust me, when a man actually wants to be single, you don't have to help him. Men do not voluntarily want to be in relationships. Let me tell you two different ways how men bump into relationships. It's either with a girl they really wanted for a long time that wasn't giving them a chance and came out of nowhere, and now that girl wants them, and then they get caught up and enamored in the moment they turn it into a relationship. Or they have really good casual sex with the female, they really get along with the female, they really click with the female. It could be one of those three things I said within that one category. And then they bump into a relationship. And then so what happens is that a lot of men don't premeditate the constitutions of being in a relationship before they get in one. So they have to figure things out on the fly while they're in it. Same way you women, a lot of times when you don't also want to be in a relationship and you kind of get bumped into one, you have to figure things out on the fly. but you guys are more regulated by societal norms as opposed to your own inner self-control.
No, but it's like what you guys say that, like, okay, you guys bump into relationships, you guys don't want to be there, you guys had good sex, now you're there. So now the girl's there and you do stuff that make her want to leave. She's about to leave and it's, no, don't go, like, stay here, like, don't do this, like, come back, like.
Are you a child? If you're dating, you're a grown woman. If you don't feel like the no, don't go is worth it for you, go.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's worth it for you,
stay.
Don't go.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Am I being insensitive, lost, or am I not getting it? Like, I feel like we're running in circles to ultimately get to the fact that we cannot have one practical theory for every single relationship. It's a case-by-case scenario, because the value that I will bring to my relationship is not the value that Tom or Jerry will bring to their relationship. Tom might bring a shit ton of money but has nothing else. Jerry might bring a shit ton of dick but has nothing else. Lucas might bring a shit ton of wisdom but has nothing else. Nana might bring every single one of those things, or 3 out of the 4 of those things, or 2 out of the 4 of those things. Like, and that will change what you're weighing when it comes to the pros and cons. Fair?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Boston Richey, Tatiana Chanel, you know about that relationship, obviously. Well, I don't know what he did to her, but she just went on social media and was basically just exposing him for an array of things. But I'm gonna read something that she posted during that whole like period of her.
Also,
like,
don't forget we have OTM as well. Ask OTM too.
Yeah. So she tweeted, 9 15-year-olds reached out to me today telling me their experiences and trauma with Mr. Mucus. I can't post all because some want to stay hidden. Just know I'm willing to help everyone. Just contact me. In the past, she also tweeted, this man paid off my whole year of rent, consistently cleans the house for me, grocery shops for me, and currently cooking me breakfast. Love it. Now, obviously, like, it's too easy to talk about Boston Richey in this situation, right? And we'll have another episode where we're basically talking about the Epstein files and like how we feel about abusers, how we feel about men who target, who prey on younger women. So I wanted to I wanted to address this topic from a different perspective, right? This is not to like invalidate what she went through or act like she didn't experience some of the things that she experienced, but I'm like, I just feel like people like Tatiana is the reason why that men get away with so much fuckery and that people don't take abuse victims seriously. Like, how do you feel about this whole situation from your perspective?
As a woman, staying silent until you're looking for some kind of social, financial, or emotional leverage is one of the worst things you can do to the hood of victims. Staying silent until it benefits you is one of the worst things that you can do to the hood of victims. You see, the thing with victims or victimhood, like when a woman is abused or touched inappropriately against her will, she falls into a community where they go through one of the few things. They're either afraid to speak because no one's gonna believe them. If they have a little bit of a natural promiscuous personality, they're gonna be chastised and they're gonna say it was their fault, or simply just undermined and made to feel incredibly small even if they speak, because nobody's gonna care. Victims go through one of these 3 things on a constant basis. But when you're a woman who tries to manipulate that reality and use it for some kind of benefit of yours, not only are you inheriting obscene amount of curses, because you're jeopardizing the potential of an actual victim being possibly heard, you're also diminishing the actual cry of when a woman says something happened to them, which can affect somebody who something actually does happen to in the future that needs justice. Women need to be careful with that crying wolf bullshit and that Me Too movement and what it makes them feel like they can do and say. If you try to punk a man and take away from a man's life his social credibility or his position in whatever endeavor he's doing in his life, and you're doing that for the sake of stopping his bag, making him small, ruining him, and not to actually get justice for either victims or for yourself, Ah, no, man. You got a special place downstairs.
I'm going to skip one of these points and get straight to my next point because you started talking about, like, you know, trying to, like, take someone down. I think money definitely is making men just become more terrible humans. Or I don't know if it's they're becoming terrible or they're just
I think money enhances who you are, bro. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit with more bread.
Whoever they want to be, like, because they have money, right? I feel like when you see, well, that's probably because it's like highly publicized and stuff like that. But when you see people that are like repeated offenders, like repeated abusers, always going after little kids, little girls, they have one thing in common a lot of the times. They either have a lot of power or they have a lot of money. And the power usually comes from having a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. I think that, like, men don't realize how much lust can really, like, jeopardize their future. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, if you're just a normal guy partaking in certain activities, like, I feel like they get away with it the most because, like, people don't really see you as a threat. They don't think you have anything to lose. But when you're at a certain position and women see you thriving and having your way and just having dominion over the circles that you are in, and you did something to them, or you abused them, or you did this. Look at R. Kelly. Like, look at just all these guys, right? They want to, like, say, you know what? I want to ruin his career. I want to stop his bag. I want to make sure he goes down. Like, I just don't understand men that achieve a certain amount of things that are still, like, partaking in things that could potentially take them down. Because it's like, when you're someone like Boston Richie, right? At some point, especially in the environment that you live in, I don't know where he lives in, maybe Atlanta or something like that, you're in the rap scene. You know you can go to the club. You know you can leave with any of the bitches there. So at what point does that become redundant or become boring?
Here's the thing, though. A lot of times people forget to kill the demons that they wrestle with before they become successful. A lot of people forget to kill the demons that they were wrestling with before they became successful. So I will say this to every man. Do not try to discover your strength capabilities once you have everything. Find yourself. Become the strongest version of yourself. Absolve yourself from as much demons as you possibly can, even if you just remotely think you're gonna be somebody. So that once you have the world in the palm of your hands, you have a plethora of options. Girls that never wanted you back in the day suddenly
now they want about boing boing.
You're seeing a different type of money. You have a different type of access. You're wearing a different type of jewelry. You owe it to yourself to have a certain level of discipline, or else a woman will most likely be responsible for your demise, especially if you suffer with lust. And what I will also say is, in the event that you do suffer with lust, the first most important thing you want to do is minimize the number of women you interact with, first and foremost. And the second thing you want to do is never, ever, 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 ever do any of those women dirty. Women are spiteful creatures when they feel justified.
I feel like money in general, like, I feel like once you conquer, like, money and you have enough of it or have it in abundance, whoever you are after the fact, I feel like that's, like, the truest testament of who you actually are. Because, like, if I have a lot of money and I want to be a bitch, then guess what? I'm just a bitch because I have no reason to be anything else. I could do anything on my time. So it's like, I feel like for me, I didn't start to see myself until I started to become a little bit more successful. I'm like, oh, this is who I am. Like, there's no excuses for anything because I could be doing anything. I could have anything.
And you're still choosing to do this, and this.
This is who I am. So it's like, when you have money or, like, you're successful and you still partake in, like, a lot of things that aren't conducive to, like, being a good woman or a good man, then that's just who you are. Like, you know, and, like, I feel like if you're okay with just, like, seeing yourself in a certain type of way after the fact, then that's okay. But it's like, when you don't have money, you don't actually get to, like, see yourself, you know. Like, a lot of people, that's why they be saying all the time when you get money, like, oh, you switched up, you did this. You're just actually just seeing yourself, and you're seeing yourself like very, very clearly, because I'm not tied to anything. Like, I don't need you to like me. I can make my own choices. I can go here. I can leave.
There's no strings attached. And because there's no strings attached, you really find out who you are. Bad too.
Yeah. Ask OTM.
Yeah.
Ask OTM. Okay, so today on Ask OTM, we only have one question today. Like, the questions have been slowing down, but
That's okay.
I hope you guys start to ask more questions. You know, like, we don't only want questions about like relationships and stuff. You can ask anything.
Any question, even if it's about money, alignment, discipline, fitness, beauty, hair,
friend problems, anything. Like, we're just gonna answer anything. Like, sometimes like I'll be better at answering, sometimes he'll be better at it, but like we're just gonna answer it together. But today the question is, what do you think about long distance dating? How can I make it work?
You're asking me, or you're gonna answer it?
I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
I'll chime in.
You should probably answer. You're the long distance culprit. Like, you should answer. I don't really do the long distance thing for real. Like,
for me,
you're
like,
the long distance bandit.
For me, I could see how it works.
I hope the producers put like a UK flag or something here right when you start talking. Go ahead.
I love you guys. Hello, mate. I miss y'all. So basically, I'm okay with having a long distance relationship. To be honest, I feel like it kind of fits with my lifestyle. I can do it. I don't mind relocating anyways. I don't mind taking a flight once in a month. So it's like, for someone like me, like, I can like do long distance relationships. I don't need to see him every day. Like, and you know, sometimes you take that little 1 month break, 2 month break, you see them, like, you're even more and more excited to be with them. But like, in order to be in that type of relationship, you gotta have money, obviously. Like, you guys gotta go and travel. Flights cost money, and I don't know. Like, obviously, let's hope these are grown men that have their own places, so you don't have to pay for accommodation and stuff.
Obviously.
Yeah. So like, you're paying.
Why are you long distance dating and you live in your Dukes' crib? That's an idiot thing. Like, what are you talking about?
People be doing shit. Some people be long distance dating.
Actually,
when college stuff, like young.
My bad. You're right.
Yeah. So like, you gotta have money first, and then also you gotta have like a lot of patience. Like, to be honest, like, you're dating someone that lives in a completely like different continent, maybe, or I don't know, different state. It's like, you need to have patience.
Bro, I'd be attracted to other girls from like different parts of the world sometimes, like Ghana or something, but like.
But did you meet them in Ghana, or you're seeing them off your phone?
No, met them in Ghana. Or like anywhere.
Depending on the bread, I'm really tight next to your cause.
I can't.
You know what it is? It's for a specific type of person. Like, it's not for someone that just goes on a vacation every 6 months. Like, if you're used to traveling and meeting people, like, that shit could feel so normal.
You know what the thing is? And you know this about me. I don't care how much chicken I have. I'm not getting up every month. Like, there's just certain things that don't align with my life. Like, that's gonna interrupt my running schedule. Like,
you gotta run. You can run anywhere. You don't want to go. Like, if my man said I gotta run today, I'll be like, this nigga hates my guts. Fuck you, you don't eat. I gotta run.
You see the way I prioritize it, like the OTM now. Like, bro, it's never been my thing. Like, I've always had a business, Road to Glory, DV Trucking. Like,
when you travel a lot though, you actually see, like, oh my God, like, there's actually so much to this world. And like, it really starts opening up your mind to like a whole bunch of different realities. And like, I'm used to traveling a lot and meeting a lot of people.
Well, yeah, and in that era is when you started doing your stupid shit. Like, but I don't like.
Are you telling my business?
No, like, bro,
I feel like you're telling my business.
I don't do the OT. Like, I don't.
But like, you meet a lot of people, right? So
I meet so much people, but I just can't, like, even the idea.
Go build a house
like,
inside
I'm not trying to go on
sick.
vacation and fall in love with any nigga I see, but it's like, I go on vacation and I see a lot of different people. So like, if one sparks your interest more than everyone that you've met the last 15 different trips, you think, oh, I like this one. Like, I want to see him again. Like, I want to talk to him more. And then it just get into some dumb shit and you end up talking to a guy in a different country. I personally wouldn't recommend long distance relationships. Like, you just don't get enough. You don't have time to put in reps. Like, you don't get to do a lot of shit.
I don't know who your tribe is. I don't know what time you're on. I might be dating the local. Sorry. Yo, let's end this thing so I can go get my workout in.
She's only the whore in that country.
I didn't say nothing. Bro, let's wrap this up. I gotta go work out. I gotta go to the gym.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We'll see you guys next episode.
Peace.
Bye.
Breaking news out of the...
Chat, Tom messages me. I'm thinking it's something important. I go open the message. The nigga asks me why is there Vaseline on my desk. Tom, how about you fuck off? How about you fuck off, Tom? I love her, bro. She's so cute. It's a music video though. Might want to watch that. Like, yeah, like, fuck off, bro. Like, open the message thinking it's something important on mute. Hear that shit like this nigga. Let me see. Oh, chat, we're gonna see that new God of War game, see? Because I do want to play some more games on here, but the story mode games are looking fucking ass. You feel me? Chat. What is this? You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, what is this? Chat, by the way, I really want Phantom Blade Zero, chat. Official trailer right here, 4 minutes. Fam, it looks bad, but the fighting is good in that game.
Hero designer on God of War, Lao Fei.
Holy! I don't even know what this nigga's name says. But what's poppin'? Try to review my track? Nah. Nah. But all we can do is I have there's actually a method to request music. It's there. You gotta use channel points. I can't just start because then I can't just be there's channel points for this type of stuff, bro. If I just react when it's busy, I'm just accepting everything.
Combat and progression.
I think Faye's power fantasy really starts with her past. As the guardian of the giants, she has proven roots as a warrior. Her combat needed to feel incredibly lethal, powerful, and fluid, and just overall extremely satisfying.
We wanted to build upon the strengths of the modern God of War combat system. And at the same time, we
wanted to inject
a little bit more of that old school classic.
I'm blessed by God, so hopefully, takes care of me. Where are you even from?
New, more over-the-top things that you can do in this game compared to the grounded nature of the previous two games. And I think it leads to a fresh yet familiar feel
from the
to
UK
the combat system that I think everyone will enjoy.
We knew that we wanted to push on Faye's mobility, and by
send the name of the track.
Transition
Tom, you can
the ground states, it led to
type in the track and it sends me on this.
Quickly became fundamental to what made her so fun to play.
Faye's increased mobility adds a new layer to both the offense and defensive options that players have. You can jump over.
Send me the name of it. It's on YouTube, no?
Enemies will also threaten you with more dangerous attacks that you have to use to increase mobility
what the fuck
to
is
deal
this?
with.
What's this cube running around the fucking place?
One of the defining aspects of Faye's sword is its tempo, which is a deliberate combination of speed, control, and relentlessness. From the moment that we see Faye wielding the sword, she's attacking with this incredible pace, and she's able to do that by building and maintaining this momentum and allowing that momentum to carry from one attack to the next. And that creates this relentlessness in the way that Faye wields the sword.
Appreciate it, Tom. Thanks, Tom.
Biggest threats, and they wielded powerful magic, and they had an affinity for manipulating souls.
Let's put the name of the album so we can get it on YouTube, no?
Wakes up in the Everyone, she finds her own soul-related abilities supercharged. You can hit an enemy so hard that their soul will actually detach from their original body. And from that point on, there's a lot of cool things you can do. You can attack the soul, you can knock it into other enemies, watch the soul boomerang back to the original body and deal damage to it. I think players are going to have a lot of fun discovering all the intricacies and ways to master it.
Bro, oh, that fucking box is with her.
Companions will assist her in combat, and each one fills a very distinct role. Rue, the ribbons of Faye's legendary sword, will act in sync with Faye to bolster her moveset, but isn't necessarily going to strike out on her own unless directed by Faye. And that gives Faye this exciting opportunity to elevate the combat prowess of the pair to a greater degree than they'd individually be capable of. As soon as Faye acquires the sword, she strikes powerfully at an enemy, knocking them back, and then whips the ribbons at the enemy, which ultimately sets her up for this brutal finisher. And that more direct synchronization between characters is very telling of how the dynamic between Rue and Faye will play out.
Hold on. That looked kind of crazy.
Which is very different than what we see with Frank.
Frank is your Cosmic Cube companion. He's there to support you and +1 your actions in combat. If I kick an enemy into Frank, Frank will actually trampoline them up into the air. I can jump up, air dash toward it, slash him with my sword, and then pull him into me with the ribbons and execute him with a cool cinematic finisher.
Still don't like it.
But at the same time, you know, it's up to me. I can also just kick the enemy in, watch Frank trampoline them, turn my attention to some other enemy, and decide to go off and let Frank deal with that. Over the course of the game, you'll be able to upgrade both Rue and Frank to tailor them to your own playstyle. We focus a lot on Faye today, but at the other end of the spectrum, there are plenty of evil gods, gigantic creatures, and spectacular sequences to experience in the game.
Bro, like...
There's plenty more about Faye that we've yet to share, and we can't wait to share with you in the future.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Don't get me wrong, bro, like... They're good game developers, you know, but I don't want to play as a main character as a woman. Like, I'm gonna see if my boy buys it, see if I can get it on fucking... PlayStation. See if I can get it as a...
Peggy 18.
Hey, this is Amy Shaw.
Peggy 18.
With YouTube Premium, you can pause your ad-free videos on one device and pick up where you left off on another.
How the fuck did you find trap music in the desert? This can't be real.
That song's not making it on my playlist, I can tell you that. That song is not making it on my playlist.
Getting money. Check out Money, the new music video from JPEG Mafia on YouTube.
So it's not making it on my playlist, I can tell you that. It's not blessed. Bro, my boy makes music like this, you know. I don't like his shit either. But there's definitely a crowd for this. Like, I know niggas that play music like this. It's just... You're from the UK, bro? I don't hear no accent on this nigga. And this is what you look like, bro? I only find it fair to know what my viewers look like when they're like sending me reactions, because you guys know exactly what I look like. Yo, be honest with me, bro. You say nigga? Yo, don't lie to me though. Like, that ass. Like, you say nigga? Like, be honest, bro. She's from the UK? This girl's from the UK too? Yo, this girl's from the UK? But yo, broski, be honest with me. You say nigga, bro? You have black friends behind you. Well, this guy looks like he's like Persian or like Indian, like Persian. Maybe like he's like one of those guys. But like, do you say nigga? Like, Duncan, you think he says nigga? Yeah, we know that guy's racist. We knew that guy was racist for a long time. He just waited to not be like, he's waited to not play games with me as much, so he can start saying nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. This song's a bit better than the other one you told me to play, but I'm not a fan of this nigga at all. Oh, how love feels. Listen.
With YouTube Premium, I can download ad-free videos to watch anywhere.
That's why he stopped playing games with me, bro. Cause he wanted to say nigga bear and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Yo, are you buying that new card, bro? Yeah, that sounds ass. It sounds better than the other ones, though. This guy's terrible. Molly done dropped a song called Van Cleef. Send me the link, Tom. Send me the link, Tom. Oh, okay. Chat, I want those shoes so bad. I still don't know how love feel, and I'm okay with that. Van Cleef more like. Shit is fine by me. It's fine by you. If I did the shit that you done did to me, what would you do? Or how would you take it? I know niggas faking. Bro, my heart been aching. If you take my heart, don't break it. My little brother Satan. My big bro an angel. We both stand for him, you just get hit from different angles. Oh, you're on Apex now? That new card doesn't look too bad. I might get it, but it's that new Black Flag I might want. I still don't know how love feel, and I'm okay with that. Oh man, nigga, I'm okay with that. F-U-C-K-L-O-V-E. Fuck love, baby. I'm in love with P-E-R-C's. That's in Percocets. I just do. Finally got time to stream today. Yo, this guy's chain is nice. Had to get that off my chest. Girl, you drive me crazy. I'm a block baby. I know why they hate me. I be with them ape speed. Need somebody save me. Count it on a daily. Sometimes I go AP. From the hey, watch me finish. That's it. This guy said, hey, he didn't need to do that fucking high pitch shit. This guy ruined the song by doing that high pitch bullshit. I did not like that at all. I did not like that at all.
With YouTube Premium, you get all your videos and music ad-free.
Say a word.
That means no ads.
Lord have mercy on my soul. Chapping a 30 on my bro, there's still food being served beyond the stove. Mama got vertigo, but still heard me coming
Same.
home.
Mama got vertigo too.
Roof that she made a scarf for me. I'm wearing this scarf right now, it's like a part of me. It's like I'm alive and well without a main artery. Sick thoughts, but alive and well, arguably. Staff meetings to myself, me, myself, and I've been arguing. So even when I win, I lose an argument. These people call you bro, but there's no love. It's
real
your
shit.
own blood they want bath you in. A young'un got touched, and they reckon it was lethal. That kind of news got me checking on my people. I can't turn a hoe into a housewife, but I can turn a good girl.
Yeah, bro, it's not bad right now, but she's in physio for it, for my mom.
Then I would have grew up in the same place as Dexter Daps. Still, I was disciplined with a heavy hand. I lost my mum's mum, but somehow I got plenty grands. My blessing is
Oh, I didn't back next to Daps was on the track. Yo, I didn't back next to Daps was on the track.
I'm with the bag of shooters when I skirt. I still sing hallelujah in the church. Told my girl put this bag of Buddha in her purse. Obviously you can assume I'm being searched. The pistols are near, the crystals are clear. Magazine with me, I got issues, I swear. Man are telling stories, I don't think you was there. That's why you can't believe everything that you hear. When Wallace died, I got a phone call. When Warren died, I was local. Sometimes I'm just dealing with the trauma. I cannot prioritize being social. Stripes, no tears on my shoulder blades. Played the hand I was dealt with the poker face. We was trying to get this capital. I ended up in Crown Court, Kai won a lower case. A lot of great moments I couldn't even process, cause every time I've had a platform I've had to protest. I went against the grain and it slowed down my progress. But I got God in my corner, let me show them. My blessing is
Donkey could have said bye. Not bad still. Oh, that's the guy from the movie. Alright, child, let's get the hell up out of it. I'm not watching this guy. I do not think that girl's good. Oh man. Wait. You know, I'm gonna play this song. I'm gonna play this song because in life you should never give up. You should always stay locked in and do the best thing you can do. You get what I'm saying? And you know, guys, you guys know who it is. Switch the light in the cut. And when the light is out, make sure you stay in, bro. I'm happy I finally got some time to stream today. So, all the best to all you guys. You know what I'm saying? Until next time. I haven't eaten all day. I gotta get myself some food. Listen. Alright, chat. When the light is out, make sure you stay in, bro. Step that out.